Hi everyone, welcome back to Frugal Watchbox channel. Today we're diving into a head-to-head showdown between two budget-friendly digital titans from Casio, the WS-1700H and the WS-1500H. Both of these watches come in at under $50, making them affordable options for anyone looking to add a feature-packed digital companion to their wrist without breaking the bank. They may be budget watches, but they're not lightweights when it comes to functionality. Each one is loaded with features that punch way above their price tag. So which one deserves the crown? Which one offers the best value, the better design, or the more practical features for everyday use? Or could it be a tie? Two champs in different weight classes? Let's find out together before my coffee gets cold and I accidentally start reviewing the microwave clock instead. Stick around.
Section 1. Design and Comfort.
Let's talk size. Starting with the WS-1700H, you're looking at a case that measures 52.5 millimeters by 48.6 millimeters, with a thickness of around 15.2 millimeters. Despite its bold dimensions, it only weighs about 48 grams, which keeps it surprisingly comfortable on the wrist. Now, let's bring in the WS-1500H. This one's even bigger, 54.5 millimeters by 50.1 millimeters, and a thicker profile at 16.8 millimeters. It also adds a bit more heft, weighing in at 58 grams. That's not a huge difference on paper, but on the wrist? Oh, you feel it! For reference, my wrist is about 6.5 inches in circumference, so both of these watches definitely make a statement. The WS-1500H especially, it's got that full-on wrist tank energy. If you're into that chunky, retro digital Casio look, it delivers in spades. But here's the twist. Despite being slightly smaller, the WS-1700H actually wears better. It's lighter, a bit slimmer, and it contours to the wrist more naturally. It doesn't flop around or sit awkwardly, it just feels more dialed in for daily wear. Honestly, the 1500H makes my wrist look like it skipped leg day. It's all upper body, no finesse. The 1700H, on the other hand, feels more like a well-balanced athlete, still tough, but with better proportions for smaller wrists.
Section 2. Battery life.
Both of these digital warriors proudly boast a glorious 10-year battery life, which, let's be honest, is probably longer than most of our New Year's resolutions. Seriously, you could start a fitness goal, give up halfway, forget about it, and the battery would still be ticking along without a care in the world. In fact, with moderate use, you'll likely only need to change the battery once throughout the watch's life, assuming you even keep it that long. Now, let's talk specifics. The Casio WS-1700H is powered by a CR2025 battery, while its sibling, the WS-1500H, packs a slightly thicker and more powerful CR2032 cell. What does that mean in everyday use? Not a whole lot at first glance. Both deliver similar longevity, but that slightly beefier CR2032 in the WS-1500H might give it a bit more staying power, especially if you're frequently using features like the backlight, alarms, or stopwatch. It's like having a larger gas tank. You might not always notice the difference, but it's there quietly doing its job.
Section 3. Features breakdown.
Now, let's dive into what I like to call the Swiss Army knife side of these watches. Both the WS-1700H and WS-1500H are absolutely loaded with features way more than you'd expect from digital watches under $50. World time and dual time. Whether you've got friends abroad, travel often, or just want to pretend you're doing business calls in Tokyo, these watches let you track 2 time zones at once. I mean, if you're running late in New York, at least you'll be early in Japan. 1/100-second stopwatch and 24-hour timer. Both watches have serious timing tools. The stopwatch is great for timing workouts, races, or if you're trying to see how fast you can microwave a burrito before it explodes. The 24-hour countdown timer, that's long enough to slow cook a brisket, or more realistically, to time your afternoon nap. 3 alarms with snooze. Yes, 3 alarms. Because we all know that one alarm is optimistic, two is realistic, and the third, that's the "you're officially late" warning. You even get a snooze option, so hitting dismiss in your sleep is basically built into the feature set. Amber LED backlight. The amber glow isn't just stylish, it's practical. You can check the time in the middle of the night without frying your eyeballs or waking your cat. Trust me, never wake a sleeping cat. They remember things. It's crazy how much function Casio packs into these resin cases. It's like they ask, how many features can we squeeze in before the watch explodes?
WS-1700H unique features.
The WS-1700H comes with a seriously cool trick up its sleeve. A built-in tide graph. This feature lets you view the ebb and flow of the ocean by showing high and low tide data for your selected location. Whether you're a surfer looking to catch the perfect wave, an angler timing your fishing trip, or just someone who likes to pretend they know what the ocean's doing, it's a surprisingly handy tool. Set your home city and the watch will handle the rest, giving you a quick visual representation of tide levels throughout the day. But wait, there's more. The WS-1700H also includes detailed moon phase data. That's right, now you'll know whether it's a new moon, full moon, or somewhere in between. Ideal for night adventurers, moon-gazing romantics, or werewolves trying to avoid awkward transformations during a dinner date. Whatever your reason, it's a quirky and genuinely useful feature that adds a touch of character to this already capable digital watch.
WS-1500H unique features.
Alright, let's talk about what makes the WS-1500H stand out from its tide tracking cousin. First up, fishing mode. Now, no, it's not GPS powered. It won't ping satellites or tell you exactly where the fish are hiding. But it does give you a 1 to 4 fish rating, kind of like a fishy mood meter based on the moon phase and time of day. So if you see 4 little fish icons swimming on the screen, that's your cue to grab your rod and call in sick. It might not guarantee a catch, but at the very least, it'll give you an excuse when you come home empty-handed. Hey, the Casio only gave me 2 fish today. Uncle Bob blamed the moon, not me. There's also a daylight saving time toggle, and both the WS-1500H and WS-1700H have it. If you live in a place where the clocks change twice a year, like the US, Europe, or parts of Australia, this little switch saves you from digging through settings every March and November. It might not seem like a big deal, but when you're half asleep and running late, it's one less thing to worry about. Think of it as your clock's way of saying, "Don't worry, I got this."
Section 4. Build quality and water resistance.
Both watches are built with a rugged resin case, bezel, and band, giving them a full plastic armor look. Even the glass is resin, resulting in a lightweight, tough-as-nails design that shrugs off everyday wear and tear. They're rated for 100 meters of water resistance, which means you can confidently wear them while swimming, getting caught in the rain, or accidentally turning your wrist into a dish sponge. Just don't get any James Bond ideas. These aren't meant for scuba diving or underwater treasure hunts. And if your weekend plans include a romantic getaway to Atlantis, maybe leave the watch on land.
Section 5. User experience.
The interface is classic Casio clicky buttons, a clear layout, and zero fuss. The WS-1500H is easy to navigate thanks to its wide plastic buttons. But I found the WS-1700H just a bit more intuitive, especially when switching over to the tide graph. The alarm functions are similar on both models, simple and reliable. The WS-1700H is also the newer model, and it shows it has a more attractive futuristic design that looks great on the wrist. Personally, I prefer it not just for the styling, but also for the smaller case, which fits my 6.5-inch wrist much better than the chunkier 1500H. The backlight on both watches is decent, not smartphone bright, but it's enough to check the time at 3 a.m. when you're half asleep and wondering what that strange noise was.
Final verdict.
Which one's the better value? If you're after a rugged, feature-packed watch for a lower price, the WS-1500H gives you solid performance without breaking the bank. But if you want something that feels more modern on the wrist with sleeker looks, better ergonomics, and a newer design, the WS-1700H is absolutely worth a few extra bucks. It's not just a newer version, it's a better experience overall. Pick the WS-1700H if you love marine features like tide graphs, want something lighter and more compact, spend time near the coast, or just like pretending you do. Pick the WS-1500H if you go inland fishing and want that fishing mode, prefer a chunkier, sportier look. I think that's the end of the video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing and giving it a like. It really helps out the channel. Which one would you pick? Let me know in the comments. Also, check out the channel merch. Every purchase supports the growth of this small channel. I'll see you again in the next one. Bye for now, and may your alarms always go off on time.